Hi, and welcome back. And today, 8. Now, yesterday we were looking at this idea of appreciation, of gratitude. Hopefully last night you had a go at writing down something on a piece of paper in a journal, however you choose to do it. There's something you could do on a regular basis, and I'd really encourage you to make it part of your daily practice. But it's interesting how when we bring about these qualities of mind through an exercise like this, it tends to encourage a certain type of thinking, of feeling, and emotion. And this works in several different ways. It can have a real, very tangible impact on our life, our everyday life, particularly on the relationships within our life. But it also has a very particular impact on the exercise itself, the way in which the exercise works. So if there is a greater sense of appreciation in the mind as we're doing this type of exercise, then we tend to find it a lot easier. The whole thing just flows much more smoothly. There's a sense of effortlessness. There's a sense of ease. We don't have to really kind of try at all. The mind feels much more open. It's more flexible, malleable. So with that in mind, not trying to feel appreciation, but just noticing how those emotions start to appear through the cracks. And when they do, just enjoying that feeling, even if it's just for a moment. And it creates a very positive kind of feedback loop where the technique helps to encourage the emotions then help to increase the efficacy of the technique. So with all of that in mind, just putting it aside for a moment, just take a moment to get comfortable as we begin today's exercise, eyes open. And when you're ready, just taking some nice big deep breaths. And with the next out breath, just closing the eyes and just settling back into the sounds around you. And as you shift the attention to the body, just scanning down from head to toe in the usual way. And now just shifting the attention to the breath. Just noticing where that movement is. And just taking a moment to get comfortable with the rhythm of the breath, just gently resting your attention on that rising and falling sensation. So just starting to become more aware now of that feeling of warmth shining down, that movement, that flow of sunlight down through the head into the body. Just watching as it travels down towards the toes, and then watching as it travels upwards, filling the body all the way up to the waist. And still that sense of flow as it travels down through the middle of the body. Now traveling up from the waist, up towards the chest, the shoulders, the back, and then following it as it travels down the arms and into the hands. And as it still continues to flow downward, now traveling up through the neck, the throat, the head and the face. Just any last tension leaving the body. Again, a sense of leaving behind anything unhelpful, just melting away as it travels towards the top of the head. And when it reaches the top of the body, when it feels as though the entire body has that quality of light, spaciousness, warmth, sense of ease, of relief, just enjoying that feeling as you let go of the image, let go of any idea of needing to do anything, and instead just allow the mind to be completely free. And now just bringing the attention back to the body, back to the different senses, the space around you, just feeling the weight of the body pressing down. Starting to notice the different sounds. And in your own time, when you're ready, you can just gently open the eyes again. And as you pause to notice how you feel today, just getting a sense of what is that feeling? What's the emotion? Is there a sense of appreciation for something, someone, even if it's just for having had that time to yourself, a sense of relief in the body and mind for that period of time? As you go through your day today, of course, you're already finding these moments in the day where you take a minute or two out and replay this technique. But you may even like to try this idea of, it's almost as though this is just happening all the time. So it doesn't really matter whether we're aware of it or not. there's a sense, an idea that this flow of sunlight is just happening all the time. In the moments that we're aware of it, then we're conscious of that idea. When we're not, then we're not. That's okay. Remember, as soon as we realize we're caught up in thought, we recognize it, we note it, we come back to what we're doing at the time. And sometimes that might just be sitting there, aware of this feeling of flow, of movement in the body and the mind, and the sense of relief that brings. But I look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow for day 9.